gonna find out who the best man is. I respect you for what you've done in the game, but you ain't never went up against me or my staff. So you remember something. We've been here before. You trying to get there.
Matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass. How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. It's outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Butt been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things to jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent.
At the press event, Canelo's coach Brian Bo McIntyre delivered a clear warning. On fight night, size and weight won't matter at all. He pointed out that Crawford has already beaten bigger fighters before and still came out on top. Speaking with full confidence, Bullock claimed that Canelo is in serious danger because Crawford's skill and mindset will make the real difference once they step into the ring.
Matchup with Canelo. Butt beat his ass. How though? How does that look?
Outbox his ass. It's outboxing this shit.
What about the weight though?
It don't matter. Butt been fighting big people all his fucking life.
Yeah.
What about the head movement, Bomac? Canelo's famed head movement.
That's what I'm there for. That's what Saul there for. That's what Red there for. You know what I'm saying? It's called coaches.
Yeah.
So we gonna get past that shit.
No.
Bullock strongly believes in Terence Crawford's chances for the upcoming match. When he talks about the fight, he insists it's not just another match. For him, it's an opportunity for Crawford to prove that he is truly the best boxer alive. Pound for pound, he says Crawford has been training every day without any excuses. He believes discipline and preparation are what separate a champion from a regular fighter. Crawford is at his peak because of his control. This shows strong faith that his skills and mentality will carry him through. He says a fight is about making history before the world, not just about winning.
Canelo Alvarez, Terence Crawford. How excited are you? Obviously, you've seen this journey with Terence, you've seen the doubters over the years, and he's now on the biggest stage again with people questioning him, and you obviously have full confidence that he's going to come out and get victory on September 13th.
Yeah, definitely. I'm definitely confident that he's going to get the victory. Second of all, I'm just happy for him and the team. So, the world can see once again why he considered the best pound-for-pound fighter in the world.
There was many a time where he was maybe struggling to get certain fights, and then he had to almost kick that door down. Is it nice to see him sort of getting the fruits of his labour now and getting that generational wealth off the back of what is, obviously it's a hard career boxing, you don't get given anything.
Definitely that. Definitely good to see him get, like you say, fruits of his wealth. Get me fights that, again, will show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. Show the world why he's the best fighter in the world. I'm just happy for him, man.
When people heard that Canelo Alvarez had sparred with Jiren Bananis, the boxing world buzzed with talk. Many fans of Ennis believe his speed, sharp counters, and defensive skills make him look a lot like Terence Crawford. The question now is how much harder it will be for Canelo against Crawford if he already had trouble there. Sparring is not the same as fighting for a title, but patterns matter. The rumor gave fans reason to believe Canelo may struggle more than expected. It also gave Crawford supporters more belief that he can expose Canelo's weak spots in a real fight.
World, when we saw that he's in camp with him, right? And so people are saying now that they reached out to me and they're saying, well, Floyd Mayweather now has joined Terence Crawford camp. Does that mean Floyd Mayweather doesn't like Jaron Boots Ennis? Floyd Mayweather went to Terence Crawford camp to give Terence Crawford advice on Canelo Alvarez. Well, one, Terence Crawford is not fighting Jaron Boots Ennis. That's number one. Number two, it's not shots at Jaron Boots Ennis if Floyd Mayweather was to go to Terence Crawford camp. Number three, I saw this clip that Fight Hype had put out, and it's an old clip of Floyd Mayweather and Terence Crawford at Shakur Stevenson's sparring session in Las Vegas. Shakur had called them all to be at that sparring session, okay? And Floyd Mayweather assisted. Now, Floyd Mayweather took on Canelo Alvarez September 14th of 2013. That was 12 years ago, okay? And so with that said, this one has nothing to do with the other. Floyd Mayweather, from what I'm being told from Terence Crawford's camp, that he has not went up to Colorado and helped Terence Crawford do anything. Okay. Now I don't know if he's willing to or not. I don't know if Terence Crawford reached out to him or not. I don't know if they spoke on the phone or not. But you know, it's when you saw Terence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather at the top-ranked gym watching Shakur Stevenson, and they had a conversation with Eddie Hearn. That's very, very old. Okay, that's very old. Now Floyd Mayweather has stand pat on Terence Crawford is the best fighter in the world currently right now as it stands.
When Bulmer heard these sparring stories, he quickly dismissed the Ennis comparisons and said it directly. Boots is good, but Crawford is much better. He explained that no sparring partner, no matter how talented, can match what Crawford delivers. He argued that Crawford is unique because he combines experience, adaptability, and mental strength. That's why Bulmer said comparisons miss the truth. Crawford will showcase more than just speed and movement. He'll display intelligence under pressure as well. Bowick's dismissal of the rumor shows his strong belief in Crawford's unmatched abilities and his power to rise above all comparisons.
I know you saw him sparring with Boots. Give me your initial response.
That don't mean shit, man. That don't mean shit. That don't mean nothing, man. Boots ain't no Crawford.
That's right.
Yo, hey, like I said, that don't mean, all that shit don't mean nothing. That shit they ain't gonna help him. He should have just got the last cab driver he just fought. Cause that shit ain't gonna, that don't mean nothing, man. All that shit don't mean nothing. You ain't no Bud Crawford. They don't have that mentality. Having that mentality and going upside your head at the same motherfucking time, shit, man. I don't give a fuck about all that shit at all.
Analyst Al Depo questioned Crawford's choice to add a lot of weight before the fight. He explained that in boxing, balance between skill and power matters more than size alone. Gaining too much too quickly could slow a fighter or change his natural rhythm. Alapo fears Crawford, who is usually sharp and mobile, may lose those strengths if he tries too hard to match Canelo's frame. While some praise Crawford for bulking up, Oladipo advises him to stay true to what makes him special. This perspective highlights the risks of preparation and how even strong planning can backfire if not handled carefully.
Was too wiry. Crawford was the guy at 135 pounds that looked really skinny. Even at 140, go and watch his fights against, who's the one that made, I'm trying to think of his name now. The fight at 140, Julius Ndongo.
Oh, yeah.
And when he's just skinny, he's like wiry. He's very much Tommy Hearns. Now.
Oh, have you seen him? He's
now
massive.
He's jacked.
Man, he looks like huge. He's got to be north of 170.
Yeah.
It has to be.
Yeah. There's a part of me that's like, dude, you don't need to be that big. Like, I don't think this is a strength for strength thing. I think this is a skill and speed thing. I don't know. I feel like if you're trying to sit on your punches to hurt Canelo, nobody hurts Canelo.
He's been hit by Callum Smith, Sergey Kovalev, Bivol.
Yeah.
Crawford ain't hurting.
Golovkin.
And Golovkin. Crawford ain't hurting him.
But Crawford knocks everyone out.
At 147 pounds. At 154, did he knock out Ismail Madrimov?
No, he didn't put a dent in him, really.
Didn't put not even a little dent in him. Canelo Alvarez is not Ismail Madrimov.
Yeah, but okay, who is Canelo Alvarez now?
That's a good question.
Yeah, like who are we watching now? Because when I go back and watch the guy that fought Skull, everyone likes to dig out Skull. Sorry, one second. Canelo's got to do more. Canelo's output was the worst output I've ever seen of a unified champion. I'm not joking, the worst.
That fight.
Yeah.
He literally did. But my kind of thinking is all right, well, who is Canelo now? Well, in the nicest way, although he's been fighting good fighters, when's the last time he had a super fight?
Who?
Canelo. And that's when we see the real Canelo, when he has a super fight.
Okay, Bivol.
Yes, correct. And he lost. But
yeah.
Bivol was significantly better at 175 pounds.
Okay.
Much bigger.
Yeah.
Crawford, similar in terms of, they're both skillful.
A more balanced opinion came from trainer Breadman Edwards. He noted that Crawford knows about the sparring between Ennis and Canelo, and that Ennis is strong. But Crawford only uses that knowledge to prepare and doesn't let it change his mindset. Edwards emphasized that Crawford's belief in himself is not influenced by sparring partners. He focuses on the real fight and the ability to adjust inside the ring. Since Ennis trained with Canelo, it may have even motivated Crawford's camp to consider those tactics. Edwards reassured Crawford that he thrives in such situations, and his mental strength protects him from outside distractions.
That's why I said I'm not changing my percentage. It can make Canelo go up, it can make him lose his confidence or take a piece from him, and it can make Crawford say, okay. Let me tell you something about Crawford, man. I watch Crawford. I will watch how he evolved throughout the years. I've been watching him. Me, Red, and Bomac been cool since way before Crawford hit the mainstream. Way before he hit the mainstream. And I watched him. Crawford is a pretty intelligent guy. He might not try to talk, and say different things that jump off the page at you, but he's not a stupid guy, man. He's intelligent. He know Boots is the real deal. No matter what all of the public say and everybody talking, he knows it. He knows Boots is the real deal. Crawford's little brother is Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson and Boots is super cool, and Shakur Stevenson was in the amateurs with Boots. Don't you think Shakur told Bud, yo, bro, I love you. You my big bro, but that kid nice, bro. You gonna have to be on your game to fuck with him. You don't think Shakur told Crawford that, and you don't think he respected his opinion? You don't think that Red and Bomac got eyes and they know Boots is special? You don't believe that? I don't care about all this talk on the internet because they may fight. So you can't be too complimentary of a guy that you may fight. But you don't think they know that? So by him bringing Boots in, that's probably going to take Bud to another level mentally. And that's where I think that Bud win this fight. I think he got a mental edge.
Many fans and experts argue Crawford won't be able to manage Canelo's larger size. Alvarez supporters say he has proven himself strong in heavier divisions and question if Crawford, who began at lightweight, can take hard punches from a naturally bigger man. The debate comes down to skill against power. Some don't believe Crawford can overcome the size gap with skill alone. They predict Canelo's heavy punches will eventually be too much once natural limits show. A number of boxing fans accept this view and insist Crawford should not challenge such a bigger fighter, regardless of his talent.
Canelo versus Crawford. Who you got?
I got Canelo winning. I think Canelo's gonna knock him out. But
I think Canelo's gonna hurt him.
I think he's just too powerful, man, too strong. I hope Terence Crawford does well and stuff, man, because I love the way he fights, and he's a hell of a fighter, and I respect him as well too. So I hope he puts up a good fight and everything. But at the end of the day, man, Canelo, if he catches you, dude, it's gonna knock you out.
Look, at the end of the day, I always say this: he took Golovkin's biggest hit, and he took Bivol biggest hit. I don't think Crawford could knock him out.
I think Terence Crawford can knock Canelo out if he catches him, because with Gennady Golovkin hit harder, but he was a lot slower. Yeah. So when Canelo seen the punches coming, he's able to embrace. I think if Terence Crawford catches Canelo with a shot that he doesn't see coming, boom, then he could hurt him.
You think so?
Yeah, I think.
Canelo's long experience at the highest level adds another challenge to this fight. Experts note that he has faced almost every style possible. His resume is filled with championship rounds against elite opponents, showing his defensive craft, slick boxing, and brawling skills. Along with size and power, his calmness under pressure is unmatched, built from years of huge fights. A fighter's ability to survive tough moments comes from that background, and Canelo has always shown it. His supporters argue that his strength and ring knowledge make him a unique test, even for Crawford. They believe his career at the top could give him the edge.
There's things about being in camp with Canelo. It's just different. He's got speed, he's got velocity, he's got precision, he's got positioning, he's got power, and he's got just an incredible amount of experience. I think there's 10 fights that haven't been added to his record. Mm-hmm. So, and Bud, when Bud was fighting at 130 or 35, Canelo already was at 54. So there's definitely weight classes for a reason.
Some boxing voices remain uncertain about this matchup overall. They admire Crawford's courage in chasing greatness, but also question whether this was the right way to prove it. Their concern is not his skill, but the physical difference that could nullify it. They argue Crawford had other paths to show he belongs among the greats without facing such a big opponent. Still, most agree this fight has already delivered exposure, attention, and money at a level Crawford has never had before.
High guard? Okay. Man, another good segue. Let's talk about the real deal, though. Ryan, questionable fighter. Some people always question certain things. That boy Canelo, that boy Crawford. Nobody questioning those two. How you feel about that fight coming up?
I'm questioning it. I'm not a fan of it.
Oh, what?
A big man, little man. I wish Crawford had some other opportunities to really solidify his greatness in a different way. Canelo, he's got Bivol, he's got Benavidez, he's got all these other legitimate 168, 175-pound guys that he can fight, for my opinion, to really help his namesake. And you're going to go fight a little smaller guy. And I'm not nothing against Bud. Bud is as talent as they come.
Really?
But you're talking about a guy that probably walks around at 180, 190 pounds. You know, Bud is not a huge, massive guy.
Right.
I don't know if y'all can tell us what the hydration clause is. I'm not sure if you got that worked out. Probably not, because Canelo is obviously the A side. But I just think there's better fights for both of them to be had. You know, I'm glad that Bud is going to get this payday. You know, very important.
Okay.
I hope he doesn't ride to the sunset after this one. But I'm really disappointed in Canelo because I felt like Canelo has a lot of other opportunities he could to really solidify himself as being a pound-for-pound great. And I think this is going to kind of, win or lose, is going to tarnish his reputation.
Really? Now, what if he takes this fight and then he rides off into the sunset with Benavidez?
Same
something
thing.
like that? Same thing?
I mean, he's got to fight Benavidez. He's got to fight. He's got to fight Bivol again. He's got to fight with the up-and-coming 168, 165 to 175-pound guy.
Bullock framed the fight more as a clash of ideas and simply size against strength. In his view, details matter most in boxing. Size can be matched by speed and power can be countered by timing. Bulmer compared Crawford to a puzzle his opponents can't solve because he adapts constantly. His famous saying, "Skills pay the bills," reflects more than words. It captures his whole belief system. This proves why Bullock insists Crawford has a real chance to win, even against a bigger and more experienced Canelo, because he understands the sport at the highest level.
You know, we know where we need to be, like how we step in the ring. You know, we got the doctors and the scientists and nutritionists and everybody that's in camp that's going to do their part to get where we need to get.
How much more power does he have?
He got some thudding power up there, and we're just going to sustain it for 36 minutes.
Why do you believe you've got what it takes to come up 2 divisions?
Like I told the other guy, skills pays bills. You got to have skills, man, to be going up there to fight somebody like that, like a Canelo. And not only is his offense, you got to have defense too. You know what I'm saying? So styles makes fights. Bud got the better skills, and he got the better mind too.
Do you think with the styles in mind, but also the weight in mind, he can get that job done based on he's just so much more excelling in the skill?
You know what? He gonna get the job done. I promise you. He'll get the job done. You know, because you know, boxing IQ is off the charts. You know what I'm saying? Next to Canelo, I'm not taking nothing away from him, but just a little bit better.
I can tell you fully believe in your fighter and he believes in himself too. There was a slight back and forth at the press conference there. That was just a battle of belief. Who believes they're better? Obviously, Terence believes he's better. Did you look into that? What happened at the press conference there as the first
That's
war
just
of words?
That's just press conference, man. The reason why I believe into my fighter is because from day one, the first day he walked in the gym to where we at now, we haven't lost yet. Okay, he got a loss. He got 2 losses.
How does that affect him coming into this fight?
One thing about this, I always remember this. He got 2 losses, right? We got no losses. So we know what to do to get that win, right?
That brings today's video to an end.